remember what we call someone that writes a book? It starts with the letter A.
Sydney Children's Hospital School is about overcoming extraordinary challenges, so the rules are different here. Students and teachers are on a first-name basis, and enrolment could last a day or several years. Either way, there's no excuses for not learning.
It is really rewarding to see them shift from that focus of their pain or their discomfort to actually be excited and engaged in something that the teacher's delivering.
For exactly 100 years, that's been the mission here. One of the first of its kind, the students have continued their education while battling polio, cystic fibrosis and rare cancers.
It's so important, and education is important for everyone. Education equals opportunity.
How many sentences do you think that you would write? 10 sentences, I would love to see.
Many students here are like Noah. They're healthy, but have siblings receiving care.
I was going to say I can write 12 sentences.
With the family focused on their sick sibling, school's important for young people dealing with big changes.
And then you flip it over and you can pop it out.
The initial start was like, I have no friends, I have nothing to do, don't know where I belong was a bit of the thing. And now I think it's just second nature. Every day he gets up, he's like, we're going to school, is it a school day? What's on today?
Is a tablespoon bigger or smaller than a teaspoon? Bigger, that's right.
Noah's sister Ella was diagnosed with leukaemia last year. Today she's too sick for the classroom, so Principal Linda Campbell brings the lesson to her bedside, a welcome relief from punishing treatment.
I think they measured it okay. Yeah? Okay.
I see it as a privilege to work here, and I know that not everyone could work in this space, and that obviously it comes with seeing, a lot of kids struggling.
You're going to do these dots the same colour as that?
It's been a really rough time for the Marsh family. Mum Amy and her 3 kids moved from Canberra to Sydney for treatment.
Unfortunately, she relapsed in April. She was on active treatment then and still having chemo. We hadn't actually made it back home to Canberra. Actually, Ella has to undergo a bone marrow transplant now as the next sort of, once we get her back into remission again, she'll do a transplant. And with Noah being here, he's actually the donor. He's actually the cross match for her, which is amazing to have a sibling donor.
With a long fight still ahead, Amy's relieved Ella and Noah's education is not on her long list of worries.
There's always, I guess, more than what you think of a school. So, I might turn up to school and I look as flat as because I've had a really rough day, and you've got someone for a shoulder to cry on, have a cup of tea with, like the different side of it with the, how personal it is to the kids as well, which is really lovely.
I love that. That's so clever.
And then he walks backwards.
Across town at Sutherland Hospital School, there's only one kid in class today.
It should stop. Yeah, there you go.
Principal Jackie Conwell and Vernon the robot are working with 12-year-old Sebastian, who needed surgery after a dog attack.
One of the challenges is to sort of get into the rooms in the beds and sort of say to the students, look, we know you're unwell, but you're going to get bored.
A young girl in bed 5.
Yeah.
She's 15 years old.
Okay.
In her 12 years as teaching principal, Jackie Conwell says the biggest change has been in the number of students with mental health problems, particularly after the pandemic.
We saw students coming into the ward who were self-harming. There was some suicidal ideation, and at times they attempted to take their own lives.
Guys, we're going to do a bit of a fun science experiment today. It's with Skittles, so that's already a win.
The new trend has seen Jackie working outside the hospital. She designed an early intervention plan for at-risk kids that's run at a local school.
I love the flowers. It's fantastic. This one's going to be good too. These are kids with anxiety, with depression. Some of our students are dealing with really complex eating disorders.
You can leave your journals on your desk. Yep.
Jackie's trial class has been running for 16 weeks, and there are signs it's helping students at risk of long-term school refusal.
If you don't jump on it before they're just continually not getting back to school, they then develop that pattern where they never then go back to their school.
So how many planets have you done so far? 2. So this is Earth and this one is Neptune.
As hospital schools prepare for the next 100 years, the message is they'll be there for parents, whatever the challenges ahead.
So we take all that away, and that's the conversation I have with parents. That's our job, let us do that, and we'll support you in making sure that's all in place.
We find our students in exceptional circumstances, and we do the best job really providing educational support.